Okay, types of knowledge. According to this famous Islamic narration, which has been narrated from our seventh Imam, Imam Musa al-Kadhim, who explains three types of ilm. He says, Ayatun muhkamah, Faridatun adilah, wa sunnatun qa'imah. As these three have been interpreted by our scholars, the first one means Islamic theology, al-aqidah al-islamiyya. The second one, practical laws of Islam, or al-fiqh wal-ahkam al-shar'iyya. The third one, Islamic ethics, or al-akhlaq. And in the same narrations and in some other narrations, our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, and our Imams have mentioned that any other science or any other sort of knowledge which is out of these three is good and is better than nothing, and to have is better than not to have. Yet it is merely fadl, as we have in narration. Fadl, it means some sort of merit, something which is good. But in Islamic definition, or according to Islamic teachings, the rest would not consider as real ilm, real knowledge. This is about types of knowledge that have been mentioned in our narrations. In this narration, we find ليس العلم بكثرة التعلم بل العلم نور يقذف الله في قلب من يشاء. Previously, we explained that there are these three types of knowledge according to Islamic teachings. Okay, so as a result, probably someone think that if I go and study fiqh or practical laws of Islam, so I'm a scholar, I'm a knowledgeable person, and that's all. I am a successful person and I have achieved my goal. That is not correct. That is not correct. Through some other narrations, we understand that through those sciences, through those types of knowledge, we should achieve something else. Otherwise, we would not be considered as an Islamic scholar. ليس العلم بكثرة التعلم. When I study for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, the whole life, it doesn't mean that I'm a knowledgeable person, I'm a scholar. No. بل العلم نور يقذف الله في قلب من يشاء. If I could achieve that light inside me, I'm an scholar. I'm an Islamic scholar. If my soul became purified by the knowledge that I have gained, yes, I could be considered as an Islamic scholar. Otherwise, no, I'm not an alim. Right now, before I continue, because I mentioned those three types of knowledge, also we have another point which is also important. As you remember, the first point was gaining knowledge is obligatory for each and every Muslim. Right now the question is whether for each and every Muslim is obligatory to go and gain the knowledge of all Islamic teachings, all details with reasons and actually and with reasons should be taken from their authentic sources. Is it the case? Is it obligatory for all people, all Muslims, or something else? In order to reply to this question, we should say, first of all, it is obligatory for a Muslim to follow Islamic teachings. Okay? When we say to follow Islamic teachings, we should explain it. What do we mean? First of all, we should understand, we should realize through our intellect the basic elements of our religion, our principles of our religion, our pillars of our religion. It is a must for all people. Okay? So in this case, no one can follow other. For the same reason, when you study the works of our ulama, they explicitly, clearly say that it is not enough to follow an alim, a marja, in the issue of pillars of religion, principles of religion, in whether in Tawheed or prophethood of Prophet Muhammad, general prophethood and prophethood of Prophet Muhammad, and also in the subject of Ma'ad or the hereafter, is not enough to follow an Islamic scholar. Yourself, you should reach to these facts, and also we consider al-adl wal-imama, justice and religious leadership also as principles of religion, or at least principles of our school of thought, our mazhab. Anyway, we should realize these facts through reason, by our intellect. We cannot follow any other scholar, and it is not enough if we follow them. What about the rest of Islamic teachings? Is it obligatory for all to go and study? No. The rest, because the base was obligatory, the rest is not obligatory for all. We have two options, two alternatives: whether to go and become an expert in this field, to study, to gain knowledge of it, to become an Islamic scholar, a mujtahid, and to recognize the details of these teachings, or to follow an expert. This is also interesting. This is also has an intellectual root in every aspect. Any problem, any trouble that we have, we go and we find, in order to find the expert in that field, and we're going to take help and benefit from that expert. This is something rational and intellectual. So in this case also, if we don't have knowledge of it, we should go and refer to the knowledgeable person, an expert in that field, and that would be enough. So in details, in practical laws of Islam, how to pray, how to fast, how to act in pilgrimage in Hajj, in all of these details,